Okay, it is Monday. I just refreshed my samples for Verellen, which is one of my favorite custom upholstery lines. And it is one of the trickiest lines to specify in my experience with custom upholstery. So I thought I'm going to kind of go through like my favorite fabrics as a starting point. I'm going to talk about what I was inspired by at market. And then I'm going to talk about if you are ordering Verellen for the first time or you're a designer and you want to start ordering Verellen. Um, these are kind of my most simple way to enter into the Verellen um, galaxy. I don't know. This is a lunch and learn without lunch, so I'm running off of coffee and vibes right now. So let's just get started. So Verellen, I'm going to drop some photos in here because it is so beautiful. Verellen has a European aesthetic. So they're based in the United States. We've been carrying Verellen since 2017. So when I opened Amethyst, they were my starting line, which is so crazy to think about. I was selling Verellen even more. I was selling forehands. Um, and they are hands down like one of my favorite showrooms to visit every market because they just have a very signature look, and the feeling you feel when you walk into the showroom is unlike any other. It smells amazing. It's clean. It has very simple styling, which inspires me in my projects as well. It's just like a beautiful vase of flowers, a plant, and really the materials and the scale speak for themselves, which I love. And there's always like a bonfire going. So what's cool about Verellen and why I like to recommend it for clients is everything they do is like their own original design. So they are really debuting these unique silhouettes and then it trickles down. Hi, thank you so much. And then it trickles down to other companies who make it a little more mainstream, who make it a little more mainstream. So it's really fun as a designer. Now that I've really been deep into this for the last 10-ish years, it's very fun to see something that was inspired by Verellen hitting Target. So um, that's kind of what happens. I feel like they kind of set the mood, and then the whole industry follows. So this is like their new Mina sofa. This is their Chloe swivel glider, which is so yummy. And if I can find that fabric, I'll show that to you in a minute. This is their Raphael chair, which you may have seen. And then they do these really beautiful tables as well. So a lot of their tables are made out of ash or walnut. And they're just really cool. They're the right size. They're solid wood. And then like we have all of the wood samples here to show you. So I'll show you the wood samples I always pick. And then, I know I feel like I got a lot to show you. So this may need to be a multi-part series, but let's start like the chicken or the egg here. Let's start with my favorite fabrics and kind of talk through that. Everything by Verellen is priced by fabric. And so the order is EL1, EL2, A, C, E. And then once you get up into the Ks, the Ms, you're into something real special. So I'm going to show you my favorite like Ms and Ks, which is great if you really are like, I'm not going to have a lot of furniture and I just want something really magical. This is a great place to start. So this is Perquitos. And I don't know if you can see this texture, but it is so dreamy. Verellen's background is in textiles. So I consider them the best at picking textiles, and whatever they pick, I trust. So this is a really yummy one. We did this one on a chair last summer. We did it on their Teo. And I'm just going to find it real quick. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is going to look different than you think it will. So this is for ketos. Thinking. I have a big pick, so maybe I need to do something different. There we go. Okay, so we did it over here. How do I? There we go. There we go. Okay, so it's just got this beautiful foundation, and then it's got this really, really dreamy texture on it. So that is their Teo chair, and it can swivel or it can be stationary. How I like to describe that one is it's just like they perfectly designed your arms to go on it. Like, I don't know how to describe it. You sit in it, and you're like, well, this was perfectly designed. Nailed this one. That comes in a sofa, and it comes in a club sofa. And here's the deal: I would only order the club personally. So it's still going to be like a European depth, but I'm 5'6", and Teo Club feels really good. Teo Regular is going to be really deep. I saw it in a magazine, and it was magical. And it's just deep. So just know that. So like if you're a designer or you are trying to figure out which one is right for you, I personally only order the club, but measure it out and measure it against what you're currently sitting on, and that can help as well. So that is for ketos. I think that is pretty dreamy. Um, if you've never ordered Verellen before, I would start with a chair or a bed because they're stunning. They're a good comparable price point to other lines. And if you are trying to figure out if you are a Verellen addict, which many people are, and no, it is not weird to furnish your entire home in Verellen. Many people do. And I would not feel pressure to mix and match. I think you can just stick with that look and you will love it. Um, this is like a for ketos alternative. So this one is Bunsen, and this is a grade C. So it's going to save you. It's just going to save you on the product price, and it's dreamy. It's got a great texture, and this is one of my favorite fabrics, Bunsen Snow. I thought that one was real good. What else do I got here? They do some plaids and things as well. This is for ketos in a different colorway. Um, they're really known for their texture, and then by the time you put it on a unique silhouette, it's stunning. Okay, my other favorite fabrics right now. Okay, I want to show you this one. This one is Angelina. It is, you're never going to believe it. It is their starting price point. It feels so good. It is so textural. And I think you could order anything in this and be so happy. I think it would look amazing on a chair. It would look amazing on a bed. So I feel like maybe we need to kind of talk about their beds real quick. I think I'm going to drop in some market photos. So their beds are magical, and they're magical in these fabrics. And so they do have very clean looks, but it's the fabric that makes it so good. So I have 8 years worth of Verellen photos on my device. So I'm going to try to pull up a more recent one. Okay. One thing we do all the time with Verellen beds, as I'm looking for this, is if you have an adjustable mattress, I will just take the brand name of that and the style, the item number, and I will send it to Verellen, and their engineers will just make sure that your base fits perfectly in this bed. They do CAD drawings. I mean, they really are very particular, and that's a great way to get your bed custom made. It is not an extra upcharge to do that. It's just to make sure it fits. And then you can, just make sure it works perfectly with your bed frame. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're cooking. I'm going to drop this photo in here. So this is their Sullivan bed. What dreams are made of, basically, but it is designed to be a full headboard, and then the nightstands are integrated. So like in this case, it's got a walnut. You can pick from walnut or ash. And then these are your two choices. You can do a clear satin sealer. I personally always order dead flat walnut. I really like this one, and this is a lot of times what you'll see in their showroom. So dead flat walnut is my fave, and then you pair that with the bed. It's this one can also be custom sized. So if you have, we did that for a guest room, is we custom sized it to fit the wall. So that is always an option. I really like their beds. I'm going to try to drop in another bed here. Their Amy bed is another bestseller at Amethyst. And it's just a good basic. But again, once you do it in a dreamy fabric, you will fall in love. So we have done this one in mohair quite a bit. They've got a great mohair called Nevada. And it looks sick in mohair. You could also do it in this Angelina. It would look sick. You could do it. Another fabric we like is the Berber collection. Actually, this is Revival, and it looks very similar to a Berber. So this is Revival to grade A, which is a really good starting price point if you're looking for a Verellen fabric. The fabric really does impact the price. So don't lose hope if you pick something in a higher grade, because they usually have great alternatives at all price points, which is also why I love using them. Okay, where'd my Berber go? Here we go. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm never going to talk you out of Berber because it truly is so good. It's so beautiful. So I'm not talking you out of this one, but I'm just saying if you need alternatives, this is Berber, and then this is Revival. So Revival is a grade A, and Berber is a grade K. But again, once you put this on a bed, it's over. It's over. It's so dreamy. So I like the Berber collection. While I'm here, let's just go through a few more. Okay. This is another one I'm loving this season. It is burlap linen. It's a grade G. It's a Belgian linen. It is a little like rough. I'm not sure I would put it on a sofa, but it'd be great on like a bench. I mean, it's not rough, but it has its moments. I put it on a chair. I put it on a bench. I put it on a bed. I think that's a really, really pretty collection. Comes in a couple different colors. So you can order all of these samples on our website this year. You can just add them to your cart. And then if you want an opinion, the live chat is a great option. You can email me, and then I can send you very detailed responses via email. Another good one, and a starting price point, is Color Wash Raffia. And then Revival actually comes in so many colors, and that is that grade A. So you got walnut, pebble, shroom. That's a different one. Another bed I like by Verellen that we have done. Where'd she go? We've done Sullivan's, we've done Amy's, we've done a Gaston and an Emilio. I'm going to show you Emilio because I feel like it's perfect for a primary bedroom. This is Emilio. So it's very, very tall. And then you can do this little stitching detail, but depending on your fabric, you may not want that. And we can help you customize that. And I'm trying to give you the height of this. There we go. There we go. So it's 72 inches tall. So if you have super high ceilings, Emilio could be great. Like I said, Verellen's completely custom, right? So like if you can really do whatever you want. If you are doing something custom, what I love is they will send me a CAD drawing that I sign off on and you sign off on, and then you know exactly what you're getting, and we can move through the process with confidence, which is very good. Um, and then the other thing you have to pick with Verellen, anytime you order anything, is a stitching detail. So I have a couple of my favorites. I usually do double needle. Inside out is a favorite. I also love a pinched seam at Verellen, and you'll notice that in some of their market photos is they have like a little bit of extra special tailoring to their pieces. And so if this is something you like figuring out, the sky's the limit. If this is something that overwhelms you, I will typically just put on double needle or a no stitch detail and have you approve that, because we don't want you to get stressed out. Okay. But it's available if you want something incredible or something extra detailed. But otherwise we typically just reference the piece as shown, and I feel like they designed it right the first way, which is great. So for wood finishes, the few that we always use at Amethyst is we always use this raw coal with matte sealer, which is a black. You can still see the wood grain through it, which is really pretty. My new favorite finish, which is new, is Wenge, and it's more of like a grayed out black. You can request these fabric samples, I'll send them to you, but it's like a softer black, which I like a lot. And then we talked about walnut. So I always prefer dead flat, but you could also do the clear satin, which is just going to give you a slightly different tone. And this is really helpful to see. Like I said, I have 8 years of photos. And so if you're trying to debate, I'll send you photos of each on the actual piece. And that may help you kind of narrow it down. This is another one I really like, bleached white wash with matte sealer on ash. But again, I would show it to you on a real piece, and really, really pretty. My favorite Verellen sofas are the Tebow, which I have to send you this. So good. Okay, so you can kind of see it peeking in this photo, but this is a velvet. They have different velvet colors, and it is a waterfall seat. So there's no like seat cushion hanging out. It's like all upholstered onto the piece. And so this works really well in upholstered, like right there, or you can do it as slip cover. It is so good. I would not say that their slip covers are washable. I would not tell you that. Everything is so tailored and so fitted that we'd want to do dry clean only or a professional cleaning solution, because everything's so tight. That being said, a lot of the fabrics I've showed you have an incredible amount of texture to them. So inherently, they are very forgiving because they've got so much texture going on that, like, you're going to be able to spot clean these. My go-to is hydrogen peroxide. If you spill red wine, chocolate, anything, just immediately soak it in hydrogen peroxide, dab, 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 and then repeat the process until you can get a professional cleaner around. And you may not need one after that. They have a lot of linens. So they've got, if you like a natural fabric, they've got Belgian linens in a grade C. They've got this linen cotton blend called Cleary collection. I like this one because it has some variation to it. You can do that in a slipcover. So like Tebow looks magical in a linen slipcover as well. The other sofa that they are known for, that many people fall in love with, is the Duke. I also like the Duke. I think they've got some really, really interesting silhouettes, though. So you're going to love the Duke, but they've also got some weirder stuff, which is kind of fun to incorporate into a design. Okay, I'm going to show you the Duke before I move on to the weirder sofas. Weird in a good way. Okay, here we go. Pop that onto my little mood board. Nope. There we go. Okay, so that is Duke. This is also a signature piece because the arms kind of like gently curve like this, and then they also gently curve down. So it's well designed. It's their signature seat cushion. There's a lot of different things you can do, like when we were talking about the stitching. Like this one has a pinched seam. You can do double needle. You can do inside out. You can do upholstered or slip covered. It's the same price either way. So yeah, whatever pillows are shown in is like how many pillows you get. But if you're a designer or if you want to help work that out, we can talk through that. And then my personal favorite Verellen sofa is, well, I love Tebow and I love Esme. Esme is controversial. Esme is controversial because it's a little low. They used to make it lower. It's not as low as they used to make it. But it's got this really juicy seat cushion, which I love. And then something about those arms, I love the fact that they are like almost the seat cushion height, and then they are the arms are firm. So like you could put a tablet on the arms, you could put your phone on the arms, you could put a book on the arms, and I really like that. And I love the juxtaposition of this one because it has a very firm back and then a very plush seat cushion. And usually it's like the opposite. You get a plush seat cushion or sorry, usually it's the opposite. Like you get a plush back and a firm. You following me? I probably should probably eat lunch during this lunch and learn so I can think straight. But I love this one. The firm back, the juicy seat cushion is magical. And if you're looking for something different, Esme is it. The other ones I like is lately I've been loving Sloan. I love that one. It's got a really cool soft arm, and then again the arm is thicker, which I like, and it's just really supportive. It's signature Verellen comfort. So Sloan is a favorite. You can make sectionals out of anything. I would say our process at Amethyst is it's a pretty custom situation. So like you'll be talking to me over email, you'll be talking to me on the phone. We'll probably look each other in the eyes over a Zoom to configure it because it is very, very technical at Verellen to do these sectionals, and we want to make sure we get it right. So, but that is an option. We talked about the Teo Club sofa. You want to order in a club, not regular. Yeah, I mean, they have all their frames on their website. We have most of the frames on our website. We can do anything by Verellen, and we just love to help you figure that out. I am the biggest Verellen fan, and it's very, very fun to meet other people who love Verellen because it's like it's kind of a special little club. So that's what I would say. Those are some of my favorite fabrics. I mean, there's so many. The easiest thing to do if you're just curious about it, order a fabric sample, message me. We can always hop on like a complimentary Zoom to just kind of like talk through it. And then we can also meet you at showrooms across the country. So we do Verellen appointments with our clients. We can do it in New York. We can do it in Dallas. We can do it High Point. And, you know, you can come into our shop, obviously, if you're here in the Midwest. And follow their Instagram. They have an amazing aesthetic. Every market, they level up. Every market is so good. I feel like they really know who they are, and they really design fabulous furniture to go with it. And yeah, so anyways, that's a deeper dive into Verellen, and yeah, let me know how we can help.